Good afternoon, Dia. Can you listen me? Dia, can you listen me? Please inform whether I am audible or not. Good afternoon, sir. So it means you can listen. Okay. So, Dia, are you from CBSE or ICSE? Class 10 up to class 10, I feel you are from ICSE. Because you know that CBSE has just 2 hours back, CBSE has published their result, class 10. So, you are from ICSE, I feel. How much you got in English in class 10? Because you got your result last week. ICSE. So, how much you got in English? You had 2 English paper, English language and English literature. I should know, because as today CBSE result came, CBSE result actually published today. Yes, sir. 88%, 85% in literature. Okay. Okay. It's good. Hope next time you will get more number that you got in class 10 board exam. 82 in language. Okay. 85 in literature. Okay, it's good. Hope that you will get in the quota of 90. In the 90s, okay, in class 10, class 12 board exam. Okay, so let's start today. Last day we actually reading Albert Einstein at school. Last day we completed page number 26. That here, let me tell you that how far we had completed. That Albert Einstein, as I told, that he was very much disappointed with the school and disappointed with the place where he was living, and sometimes Yuri, his only friend, used to come to visit him. So, once Yuri came to visit him, and Einstein was actually feeling sorry. Einstein was tell Yuri that it was getting very much suffocating for him to stay there. At this, Yuri told that at least you are staying there with his own room, because Yuri had to stay in a school hostel. Yuri was poorer than Einstein, and actually Yuri was staying in the school hostel. So, Yuri had to share his room with others, with other students. So, Yuri told Einstein that you had at least you had your own room to stay, and at this Albert told that no, actually you got the opportunity to stay with the civilized people, because in a school hostel all the students actually live. So, Einstein was told that student must be very civilized, but where I am staying in that slum area in Munich, and the people actually indulge in fighting, and actually Einstein disliked that slum violence. That last day we discussed all. At this, Yuri told that no, don't think that the students who actually stay in school hostel, they are civilized. Actually last week it happened that 2 students they involved in a fighting. They involved in a fighting, in a duel, and one of them died. One of them was killed by the other. So, at this Yuri told, up to these we completed. That here last, do you not hear that one of them was killed last week in a duel? Up to these we completed last day. Okay, so let's start afterwards. And what happens to the one who killed him? Now Einstein asked this to Yuri. Yuri told that in the school hostel there was a duel. Duel means fighting with 2 boys, 2 students, and one of them was killed by the other. And at this Einstein asked him, and what happens to the one who killed him? Means what happens to the murderer who has murdered the other? Nothing, of course. He is even proud of it. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. Now, Yuri told, no, actually the killers, who is the murderer, nothing has happened to him. Only he was feeling sorry because the school authority warned him not to fight any duel anymore, not to be indulged with any fight anymore. He is upset about these because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. And the boy who is a murderer, actually who killed the other boy, he is feeling sorry because during fight he did not receive any mark, any scar in his face, as if he wanted that his opponent should make a mark in his face so that he could show others, and he would say that, see the marks, I got these marks during fighting, I have killed somebody. Actually these marks, as if it would be a badge of honor for him, but he did not get such a mark in his face, and that is why he was feeling sorry for this. See how dangerous the students were. The student is only upset, he was feeling sorry because during the fight he was not actually wounded at all, and if he was wounded, then he would actually show the mark of this wound to others, that during this fight I got this mark, and this mark would be treated as a badge of honor for him, but no such thing happened, and that is why he was unhappy. Oh, exclaimed Albert, and these are the students, and Albert was very much Albert was very much worried. He was telling Yuri, and these are the students. These are the students who are fighting with each other. This is also usual that sometimes students fight with each other, but here somebody had killed others. Is it? Well, you will be a student one day, said Yuri. Yuri told, no, why you are thinking like this? You will be a student one day. Means here Yuri told that one day you will pass the exam, you will get your diploma, you will be a student one day. I doubt it, said Albert. Albert gloomily, gloomily means sadly. Albert told, I have enough doubt whether I would be a student, means whether I could pass the exam. I don't think I will ever pass the exam for the school diploma. Here Albert told Yuri, I don't think that I could ever pass in the exam, okay, and I would get the diploma, the final result. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Now, sometimes cousin Elsa, sometimes Albert's cousin Elsa would come to visit him. So, when next time Elsa had come to visit to Einstein, Einstein told Elsa that next time he doesn't feel that he would ever pass in the exam. At this, Elsa told, because normally she lived in Berlin where her father had a business. Now Einstein lived in Munich, Elsa lived in Berlin, and there Elsa's father is having a business there. I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried, she said. Now Elsa tried to encourage Albert. Elsa told Albert that I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exam if you tried. Elsa told Albert that if you tried, then you could pass the exam. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are, who gets through. And Elsa actually confirmed Einstein that I know much more stupid boys than you are. I know more stupid boys than you are, but they also passed the exam. And Elsa tried to boost up Einstein. Okay. Now they said you don't have to know anything. You don't have to understand what you are taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. Actually, Elsa tried to encourage Einstein when Einstein thought that he could not pass the exam. Elsa, his cousin, told that he knew other students who were stupid than Einstein, but they also passed the exam, because that students actually told Elsa that no need to understand what is being taught to you. You just remember it, you just stuff it in your brain, and in the exam time you will repeat it. That is the shortest way to pass the exam. That those stupid boys, as if Elsa had heard from those stupid boys. So, Elsa was trying to say this to Einstein, that as you are getting frustrated, as you are telling that you cannot continue in the school, as you are just very much disappointed with the school, no need to read anything, no need to understand anything, you just keep it to your mind. Okay? At this, Einstein told, that's the whole trouble, said Albert. I am not good at learning things by heart. Albert told, oh, that is the problem, because I am not good. I am not good at learning things by heart. I am not good. Okay? You don't need to be good at it. Now, Elsa again was telling to Einstein, you don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try, and yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you are reading? Now, Elsa told Einstein, now Einstein told that I am not good in remembering all these things, in repeating all these things, because always Einstein wants to understand, wants to take the concept what is being taught to him. So, he is telling I am not good in repeating all these things. Now, at this actually Elsa told that you don't need to be good at it, no need to try it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. We know that parrot, this bird, can repeat what is being taught to the bird. Actually, the structure of brain of a parrot says that it cannot say anything of its own thinking. What is being taught to the parrot can only repeat it. Means, in one sense, the brain of a parrot works as a recorder, as if these words are recorded in his brain and he can repeat it. So, here Elsa wants to tell this to Einstein, that you might just learn just like a parrot learns, because the parrot also does not have any level of intelligence, but they can talk because they repeat what is being taught to them. Here Elsa told this to Einstein. You just don't try, and he told that you just don't try it, that is why you can't do it. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you are reading? Now, Elsa saw that Einstein is having a book under his arm, so Elsa was asking, which book you are reading? A book on geology. Geology, you must know, geology is the study of earth and stone. Okay. Geology, rocks and things. Do you learn that? Geology is the study of rocks, earth, desert. So, Einstein actually was reading a book on geology, and he told this to Elsa. Now, Elsa told, geology, rocks and things. Do you learn that? Is this the thing? No, we have hardly any science at school. Now, Einstein told, yes, I like geology, but we don't have hardly means not at all. We don't have any science, means any science subject is not taught in our school. Then why are you studying it? Then Elsa was telling, if this geology is not taught to you in school, why you are studying this? Why you are just reading this? Because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? So, here Einstein was telling that he was reading geology, though geology is not taught, is not in the syllabus of Albert. Okay. So, Elsa actually asked him that why you are reading it, if this is not in your syllabus, if this book is not taught in your school, so why you are reading it? Albert told, because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? He now as Albert is telling to Elsa, I like it, that is why I am reading it. Isn't not the good reason for it? Okay. She sighed, Elsa sighed. You are right, of course, Albert, she said. She told, yes, it's also true. So, we can understand that Albert was something like this, that what he likes he used to do, whether it is in our syllabus, whether it is not in our syllabus, he does not bother. He liked to read geology, that is why he was reading geology. But it would not help you with diploma, but Elsa was trying to tell you, okay, that is good that you like it, that is why you are reading geology, but this reading geology is not going to help you to get your diploma. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. Apart from books on science, actually Albert always liked the books on science. Apart from reading science book, his only comfort that he actually gathered, he got lots of joy from music. and he used to play violin. I feel this violin, he used to play, you must have seen violin regularly, and whenever he used to play violin, his landlady, where he used to stay as a paying guest, as I told, the landlady asked him to stop. Every time whenever he started to play violin, the landlady would tell him to stop this. That wailing gets on my nerves, he said. Wailing means a loud crying, loud crying. The landlady used to say this such a way to Albert that wailing means the tune of the violin as it appears to the landlady as crying. So, the landlady used to say this to Albert that this wailing gets on my nerves, means I am getting very tired after listening your violin. There is enough noise in the house with all the kids howling, and in a very negative way the landlady used to tell this to our to Albert. The landlady used to tell Albert that these boring noise, these are, I am getting tired of it, you just stop it, because already we are having lots of noise in the house. The children, her children were howling, they were crying, they were loudly crying. So, you stop playing violin. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. Albert was very much irritated by such instruction from the landlady, and sometimes he was very much interested, he was tempted to say to the landlady, to answer to the landlady that because of you the children crying most of the time, and you are telling that children are crying, and that is why you cannot tolerate the tune of the violin. You are telling like this. Actually, Albert wanted to say this to the landlady, but he just restrained himself. I must get away from here, he told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. In such a way, the days were passing by, and another 6 months passed. After 6 months, again, when Yuri came to meet Albert, Albert was telling to Yuri that I must get away from here. He told Yuri, Albert told Yuri, I must get away from here. I must avoid this place. Okay. It is absurd that I should go on like this, and Albert told Yuri, it's absurd. It's no meaning here as I am going this. Okay. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. That Einstein could understand that staying there and continuing in the same school, the outcome was zero. The outcome was useless. Okay. So, Albert was telling to Yuri that I must go away from here, get away from here, because if I continue in such a way, ultimately it will be proved that I had wasted the father's money and I have wasted my time, and I did not achieve anything. So, by hook and crook, I just want to get away from here, Albert wanted to tell. Okay. I could not, because I must stop here, what is going on and the way it was going on, I must stop this, I can't continue with such things. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. Yuri asked him, then after leaving the school, you want to go from here, you want to leave the school because no longer you cannot accept it. So, after leaving the school, where you will go? And I don't know. Albert told, I don't know. If I go to Milan, I am afraid my father will send me back. Now, he told that I don't know after leaving the school what I should do. If I go to Milan, I told last day that his parents used to live in Milan, that is in Italy. So, he was telling that after leaving the school, if I go to Milan, I am afraid that my father will force me to go back and join this school. So, I am not going to Milan unless, he was telling this to you, unless means if not. His eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. Up to this, he had told this to Yuri that after leaving the school, I don't know what I will do, but I am not going to Milan. After telling this, he had a certain idea in his mind. He told Yuri, Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? Now, he is asking to Yuri. Suddenly, he had a plan in his mind, okay, that after leaving the school, what he would do. He asked Yuri, Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, said Yuri. Yuri told, yes, I know lots of medical students and some of them are friendly to me. Doctor, no, I have never had enough money to go to one. And Yuri told, no, medical students I know, those are my student, those are my friend, and after completing their medical course they will be doctors. But any doctor, renowned established doctor, I don't know, because Yuri was telling I don't have money to go to the doctors. Okay, so casual way that I don't have any money, that's why I cannot go to a doctor. I don't know any doctor, but if you say I know a few medical students because they are my friend. Okay, now why? Now Yuri is asking to Albert, why you are asking for a friendly doctor? Suppose, said Albert, this is the plan. Suppose that I had a nervous breakdown. Nervous breakdown means that kind of disease, that suppose because of that extreme mental pressure you may not be able to remember everything. Your brain, extreme pressure on your brain will not be able to remember everything. This is nervous breakdown. You will feel very uncomfortable and you will remain searching that what actually you start to forget everything. This is nervous breakdown. Okay. So Albert told, and this happens only because of extreme pressure, mental pressure. So Albert told that that I had a nervous breakdown. Albert told, suppose I had a nervous breakdown, means he was not suffering from nervous breakdown, but Albert told Yuri, suppose I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. This is his plan. Actually, now he was telling to Yuri that suppose any doctor would say me that it's not good for me to go to school because from school I am getting lots of mental pressure and that pressure is not good because I may suffer from nervous breakdown. So it would be better for me if I get away from school. Then it will work, because he would show this certificate to his father, and then if it is declared by any doctor, then his father also would accept this, that yes, my son suppose is suffering from nervous breakdown. So actually he suffers from nervous breakdown. So actually he suffers from nervous breakdown, and actually it's better to take him away from school. So this will work. So this was Einstein plan. I need to get away from it. Okay. I can't imagine a doctor saying that, said Yuri. Yuri was telling, I don't feel any doctor will be agreed to you and any doctor will say this to you, because actually Einstein was not suffering from nervous breakdown. So if he pretend, actually he planned to pretend to a doctor that he would pretend that he suffers from nervous breakdown. And if he pretends like this, then the doctor will declare that he suffers from nervous breakdown, and this will work for him. He would show this to the school, he would show this to his father, and his father also would take him away from school that he wants. Yuri told, I can't imagine a doctor saying that. Yuri told, no, I don't feel that any doctor will say like this. I must try, said Albert. Albert told, I must try to find a doctor who specializes in nerves. But he told, I must try to find such a doctor who specializes in nerves, means I must try to find a nerve specialist. I must try to find a nerve specialist. There are plenty of them, Yuri told him. Yuri told, there are plenty of doctors here. He hesitated for a moment and then added, rather reluctantly. Reluctantly means not desirously. He told, actually he knew lots of doctors, the address of lots of doctors, and then he did not want, actually Yuri did not want that Einstein should take this way to take away from school, because it was a false one. Okay, Yuri thought this is not the way that he should take. He should assume to take away from, to go away from school. That's why Yuri told that there are plenty of them. There are lots of doctors there, and rather reluctantly means he was not desiring at all. Okay, with against his desire. I will ask some of the students if they know one, if you like. Now Yuri told, like a true friend, he was telling to Albert, okay, because Yuri is having lots of friends or medical students. So Yuri told, okay, I will try, I will ask some of the medical students if they know any doctor, then I will tell you. Will you? Oh, thank you, Yuri. Albert's eyes were shining. So now Albert was very much relieved to listen that Yuri will arrange for a doctor, okay, to whom he would ask. Okay. Now he told, and he was very much relaxed. He was very much relaxed. He told Yuri, will you? Oh, thank you, Yuri, thank you. Wait a moment, I haven't found one yet. Yuri was telling, no, 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 don't give thanks right now. I just told you that I will try. I haven't found a doctor for you right now. Oh, but you will. Albert was so confident that if Yuri would try, then he must get a doctor. That's why Albert told, oh, but he will, he will. He will try to find a doctor for me who will declare that I suffer from nervous breakdown, and this will work for me. So this will, he will find. And if I do, I don't know if he will be willing to help you. Now Yuri was telling, suppose I found such a doctor, but I have enough doubt whether the doctor would actually be agreed to help you in such a way. Because in such a way, why Yuri was telling, because if the doctor wants to help Albert, the doctor would have to write a false statement, because Albert was not suffering from nervous breakdown. So Yuri had enough doubt that whether any doctor would write a false statement or would write a false prescription. That is why he told that even if I do means even if I find such a doctor, but I don't know if he will be willing to help you. He will, declared Albert. Albert told, yes, he will help. I am going to have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him. He laughed merrily. Merrily means happily. He told, I really have. No, I am going to have a real nervous breakdown. Now he was telling to Yuri that I am going to have a real nervous breakdown. I am going to have a real nervous breakdown, okay, to make it easier for him. Means then it will be easier for the doctor, then it will be the true story, and then there will be no problem for the doctor to give me the prescription. That is why he told that I am going to have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him. Him means for the doctor. He laughed merrily. Merrily means happily. Okay, understood that Yuri told Einstein that even if he could find such a doctor, but he had enough doubt whether the doctor would prescribe him that he suffers from nervous breakdown. At this, Albert told that really he would, if it goes like this, then really he would suffer from nervous breakdown. He would suffer from nervous breakdown, okay, because the thing is going on. And then it would be easy for the doctor to declare that he suffers from nervous breakdown. Keep it up then, said Yuri. Yuri told, okay, you continue with it. Keep it up means you continue with it. I have found a doctor for you. Oh, sorry. Certainly, no, sorry. I have never seen you looking less nervous, remarked Yuri. Yuri told, you were telling that you will suffer from nervous breakdown. But I have never seen you looking less nervous, but you are looking very energetic. You are looking very strong. I have not seen you more stronger than this. You are looking less nervous, and you are telling you suffer from a nervous breakdown. A day or two at school will soon put that right, Albert assured him. Albert told, no. 1 day or 2 days, if I continue to go to school, then really I will suffer from nervous breakdown. Okay, this will really the thing over there. Now, certainly he had lost his high spirit when Yuri saw him next. After telling this, Yuri had gone there. After few days, Yuri came, and really Yuri saw that really Albert lost his spirit. I can't stand any longer, he said, and Albert told, I can't stand any longer means I cannot tolerate it anymore. I really shall have a nervous breakdown that will satisfy any doctor. And actually beforehand he was joking with that nervous breakdown. Now being serious, Albert was telling to Yuri that really I will suffer from nervous breakdown in any more. Up to this, I feel you have understood so far. Have you understood? Do you have any question? Do you have any question? Yes, sir. Oh, you have understood. Okay, I understood. Thank you, dear. So today it's up to this. So it's goodbye.